to you by AffordableClassifieds.com, our new classifieds and auction site, launching soon.
I'm here on the 2017 SV650, the reintroduction of the 650 for 2017 by Suzuki. A road I've never seen before, which actually will tell you a whole bunch about a bike. Do you get behind? Are you fearful about putting it in a bend that you're not sure of? Or do you gain confidence by how the bike's working? In this case, I'm perfectly confident with the bike. Very quick steering, a little quirkiness to it slightly, just like the older model actually. But the torque, power output, really, really nice, really usable, everything Suzuki wanted. Sound is really good stock. Goes through bends really, really nice. Like I said, I've never seen this road, so that tells you a lot about how a bike is working. Your favorite road, well, every bike can feel good because you know what you're planning on every corner. Rocks. Brakes, really nice. A good initial strong hit. So when you first hit them, it grabs really well. The rear disc is, well, the rear brake is from Nissan. The front brake is from another maker. But very confidence inspiring. The bike is geared to work for a huge range of riders, from experienced to newbies. There's a lot of things for it, you know, like a really low seat height. I think it's 30.9 inches. How it takes off from a stop so you don't stall it. That feature's built in as well. There's my wheeling friend in front of me there. So if you get into a corner a little bit too hot because you don't know the corner, very good, confidence inspiring. I like it. It's just like all mid-range all day. I mean, I haven't even experienced the rev range yet. This is first time, first road, basically. Revs out. Bike has about 300 miles on it. Not heavily broken in yet. But there is something there on top, in the top of the rev range. It doesn't fall flat there, I just found out. Grease strips can be scary, depending on how your bike is giving you feedback. Not a problem. Not trying to go fast, trying to feel the bike. Going fast on a road you don't know, well, you can guess on that one. Into the fog. Anyways, first impression on everything is really, really good. Nothing stands out as, or I don't like this. Everything stands out as first rate, just what the SV should be. And more of it in this case with the 2017 version. There's an ABS version, it's $500 more. They don't have any of those yet. But the bike is going to be in dealerships in June, coming up real soon. It'll shift without the clutch there if you time it and rev it right. It's going to be in dealerships in June. No hot. know anything about the other iterations of the SV650? This one is right on target. 4 pounds less than the last version of the bike. 4 horsepower more, I think it is as well, than the last bike. Makes a, not claimed, but approximate 75 horsepower. The torque is the same as the last version of this bike, but it's about 13, 14, 1500 RPM higher, and part of that has to do with the auto idle system that this has, which makes it a little bit more crisp off idle. It'll also walk you up a hill just letting the clutch out with no throttle, like on a start in the city. .41mm fork. Shock has, I believe, 6 or 7 preload adjustments. Right now I'm not sure of the fork adjustments. I don't remember them saying anything about being adjustable. Nice calibration though, nice ride. Freeway was good. It's going to these back roads just fine, really good all around feel so far. I'm using one finger on the brake. Rear brake is usable in combination with the front, really good feel. The one-piece seat, it's a little bit longer in the back than in the past for passenger, a little bit longer pad there. Slides you forward, even on the freeway around town, so it's sliding you forward a little bit, which is, you know, perfect for right now. The back of the seat is a little textured for your passenger, a little grippy texture. Once again, a million grease strips. Not feeling anything negative from them. Mirrors are really nice, really clear. Mirrors are actually pretty much perfect. You can see behind you, beside you. Clarity's great. They feel like they're going to hold adjustment wonderfully. Oh, some great things about this bike. The instrument pod here, it's based just like the GSX-1000F, which I love the instrument pod. This doesn't have a remote adjuster for the functions. They're up here. The other bike has the same thing. So one of the things about this instrument cluster is virtually everything is always present for you. It's got a big, easy to read speedometer digital. It's got a big gear position indicator, easy to read. Clock is always on the screen, really nice. On the 1000, this screen is really, really bright, but you can adjust the brightness down. You can adjust for instant fuel mileage, range to go. I mean, it's just a really, really nice instrument cluster. I'm glad to see it on this bike after experiencing it with the 1000. So I want to take out a bicyclist. Today's not about riding fast, and you know what? That's not what the SV650 is about. But you could do this. All day long on this bike. really good feedback from the brakes. Upshifts without the clutch, pretty nice. If you downshift a lot, there's a fair amount of compression braking. So far, if you're a little hot on something, the brakes seem to deliver. You know, I needed more brake, and so far it's all there with one finger. Not a road race or, you know, true sport bike power, but perfect match to the bike. Very usable. The non-ABS version is coming to dealers June of 2016. The ABS version is a little bit later, end of the month or into July. So if you want ABS, you're going to have to wait a little bit. Pricing, standard model, $6,999. The ABS, $500 more, $7,499. Weight is 430 pounds, and that's wet, ready to ride. That's 15 pounds, I was wrong earlier, it's 15 pounds lighter than the previous version. Yeah, these roads are pretty much made for this bike. Bars are narrow, but it suits the bike perfectly. A lot of bicycles here that went up, so don't want to find them too quick. One of the nice things is the seat and the side panels just below them are really narrow, so there's nothing intruding. It's narrower than I remember the previous versions being. Slip the clutch in there, shifting. That was nice. Just a really nice power band. And all these conditions we've been on, pretty much easy to say, just perfect for what the bike should be. Sound is really nice. Roads like this, you're always hearing it. Clutch is smooth and light. It's a cable operated clutch, not hydraulic. So many things were done to keep the price point. You know, $7,000. Rear shock with 7-position preload, front forks, nothing. And as I said a bit earlier as well, the calibration so far feels just really, really, really good. Gear ratios, really, really nice. Bike's fuel injected with new systems all around. Bigger air box, new air box. Had to get more air in. This bike is something that a seasoned rider can really, really enjoy. But there's nothing intimidating for a newer rider. It'd be a great bike to learn and expand your skills with nothing getting in the way. And that's kind of always been the magic of the SV. They plan on people customizing them endlessly. They're going to have a lot of Suzuki accessories, and they're working with a lot of other companies so that you can have what you want accessory-wise. Big plans there. Shoot, what I remember most about the original SV was just being ripped off by the wind coming over. And, you know, I'm not a heavy conditions, but so far it's really, really nice and totally comfortable. I love it when, you know, newer bikes have this controls, and it kind of acts as a fairing down here. But the nice thing is the air hits you well below the bottom of your helmet, so you don't get the buffeting and the noise. It's just clean air, which helmets are made to work in. A helmet can't do as much when it's getting air at the bottom of it. It's kind of an impossible task for it. Kind of the wrong side of the road. Rocks. The impression back on the freeway was that this may very well be a really, really nice commuter bike. A few bumps, I mean, it's really smooth, but the suspension working really nicely. I'm just going to slow down and enjoy the bike. You don't have to ride this fast. It's another magic of the SV. It's a nice bike to cruise on. Pretty much a multi-purpose tool in the form of a motorcycle. So I'm going to cruise for a while. Okay, I've done quite a bit more riding, photo shoots and all that stuff, and the bike has remained everything I've already said it is. One thing I noted coming downhill, high speed, twisties, is when you start to steer it real quick into the next corner, the front end can feel a little bit light, but that's at faster speeds than most people will ever go. But so well controlled, so mellow yet rideable, enjoyable. Kind of the Swiss Army knife of motorcycles, just better than before. The brakes have impressed because they do everything you ask of them. Great feedback, feel. Very quiet. I mean, you can hear right now. I mean, I'm in good conditions, but the wind coming off the front of the bike, really nice because it's so far below the helmet. You can snag first gear wheelie, shift it into second, if you get it right. Like I said earlier, one of the things you want to do if you want to know how a bike is really working and how much you trust that bike is you ride it on roads that you've never seen before. And if you feel uneasy, probably not the right bike. It's controllable, you can bring it back in when you're not sure of yourself or you overcook it a little. Then you know you've got a bike that's going to work for you. You can go a really good clip on this bike. It feels light and nimble, definitely. Torque is, shall I say, perfect for this bike. Very enjoyable. Over revs just a little bit, doesn't fall on its face. Really good. If you come down something like that and say, a little fast, the brakes are up to the task. One of the things I did mention, this is reported to get 61 miles to the gallon, and you do that using regular unleaded gas. That's what it's rated for, and they did that on purpose. You know, I've had no detonation, just nothing from the bike to make you question anything. Really well finished. I love the narrowness through the seat and the panels below the seat. The tank's narrow. It's a really good feel. Watch out for bicycles. I like downshifting and using the braking from the engine. Works quite well.